I'm not one of those people who's like, well, other people have it worse than me, so I should be grateful for my situation because at least I'm better than them. I did a whole video about that. I don't know if I uploaded it, maybe not. But my point is, I don't think that I should take pleasure in somebody being seemingly worse off than me. But what it does is it does put things into perspective. And today at church, there was an announcement that a woman who they had been mentioning in the prayer section for a while, she was dealing with a lot. She's passed away. She was a young mother with kids. She was in her early 40s. And for me, being 32, my early 30s, I considered 10 years either way to be within my age range, so to speak. So that really struck me because I know she had been struggling for a long time. And as it relates to putting things into perspective, there are many times that I feel stressed because of my situation. You all know I've been diagnosed with MS or whatever. And what stresses me out is sometimes I can get a little bitter because it's like I have to do all of this extra work that nobody else even has to begin to try to do. Like, I can't eat any and everything that I want to eat. I can't just sit at home and chill because I need to get out and exercise and do this stuff just to be able to maintain, while other people can seemingly just do whatever they want and maintain their status quo. And I'm not saying that in a I did just use the word bitter. Sometimes it does upset me, but today's announcement really helped to put things into perspective for me because here, this woman in her early 40s, again, I'm in my early 30s, not too much older than me, has been struggling herself in her physical for quite some time, and she just passed away. But again, it does help to put things into perspective. Also, another thing that they mentioned at church today that really kind of got me was during the prayer request section, a woman announced that one of her dear friends passed away. And she added to that, her friend passed away alone. And one of the things that I talked about not too long ago on Clamor, which is a social media app that I use, was the fact that people. Oh, I told a guy at church the other day that I was working on pursuing my master's degree and I just applied to grad school. And he was like, excellent, very cool, wonderful. Have you considered trying to find the right one for you yet? Your right significant other? And that really got into my head. You know, like it's an open and affirming church. So, and that's also what got into my head because had it been a church that does not accept people of all sexualities and backgrounds and everything, I probably would have just taken it as him trying to force me into the society's mold of what should be. But since it's not that kind of church, it actually resonated with me. And I was like, wow, because he was like, it feels really good to spend time with the family and stuff like that and not be all alone. And here this woman died alone. And it just made me think. And that's another thing. A couple of powerful moments in church today. These videos. And again, I'm not saying that. And okay, to go back to the first point, I don't think that people who say that they are happy with their bad situation because somebody else's situation is worse. I'm not saying that those people are actually rejoicing in the misery of others, but in my opinion, I try not to think of it that way because that did put things into perspective. You know, she's been struggling for a long time. She's a young mother. Again, early 40s. I'm in my early 30s. And that's tough. I don't know what else to say, y'all. Talk to y'all later. Peace. Be blessed.